Test. Testing. 1, 2. Checketh, oneth, twoeth, threeth. Not sure if anyone can hear me down here from hell. But maybe this was gonna work. Okay. Oh, we're live. Nope. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to be live. Oh, no. Here, quick, turn off the echo. Okay, hello there, my friends. Welcome to Legacy Gaming Studio, where today we're going to be having a little bit of fun in Flight Simulator. Right, Trevor? Trevor? That man is never, ever where you need him. No idea. Okay, Tim. It's showtime. Are you ready? All right, here you go. 3, 2.
Hello there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You know, we keep looking for Trevor, but no one knows who you are. Doesn't matter? Okay. Just making sure. Hey, guys, what's going on? Tim Lee, Legacy Gaming Studio. I have a lot I need to do today, this evening. Had a lot I needed to do earlier today. So I am being very selfish. Instead of gaming it out on something like Stardew or whatever, I'm playing a game I want to play. What are we playing? We're playing Flight. That's not it. We're playing Flight Simulator. And this is the 2020 edition. I am absolutely going to be buying one day in the future the 2024 edition because it looks amazing. For now, though, since I have nothing to judge against, I'm going to do this. Today, we are flying from... Let me pull up my little nav map here so that you guys can see. All right, so we're going to be flying from Key West, Florida. And we're going to be flying all the way across the ocean. It's going to be an amazing flight. I think it's looking like it's going to be about an hour and a half, I think. I don't know if it's taking into account the plane that I'm flying. 685 nautical miles, to be exact, to MDPP, which is Gregorio Lupron International. If you're wondering where that is here. Where's here? Well, it's actually Puerto Plata, and this is one of my favorite stops that we stopped at in our journey across the Caribbean. It was quite fun, real world scenario, and I'm flying to the different airports of what made this place so amazing. So I'm hoping that as I fly over this area, I'll recognize some of it, but there's only going to be one way to find out, and that's to fly. Now, I'm a lazy bum, and I don't want to be flying forever. So what I did is I grabbed myself an Airbus A320neo, because I figured that would be the fastest jet to get us across this. But did I mention I've never flown this plane before, nor do I know how to start it correctly. And so we're going to be finding that out here in a few minutes. So it'll be fun, of course. In any case, I hope that you enjoy it. Before we get started with our game today, though, I do need to say a ginormous thank you to all the people who make this possible. Like, why isn't it popping up? Oh, maybe I need to do this. Hang on. This one. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay. Let me hide a few things, and it'll make a bit more sense. There we go. So, our channel members, Presticle1137, Sean Hammond, Tony Allen, and Zach... .0, our newest member, which was actually a donation from Presticle 1137, a channel membership. Deeply appreciate that. We got to make sure to add Zach to our list here. We will do that soon. Actually, can I just do that now? Since no one's watching, and no one watches anyway, so this would be like the perfect time to do this. Let's see if I can figure out if I got the right one. Here we go. And so we're going to go here. We're going to go... This is, and frankly, this is why no one watches, because Tim makes all of his edits in the live stream. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Boop. And let's go new and ZACH.ZO. And we're going to put here gifted from Presticle. There we go. That way everyone wants to be friends with Presticle so that everyone gets a chance to get a new membership gifted to them. Presticle was super awesome. He just wanted me to play some more of one of our games. And so what we do is we have a timer usually. We won't tonight because we're playing Flight Simulator. But when we do have that, if you want to continue to play, to watch me play a certain game, well, then you have to hit the like button and continue to support the channel. So he gifted a membership to Presticle, so I'd play for another 30 minutes, which was awesome. Great gift for everyone involved. By the way, you can check out my other channels. I got a bunch of them. Deeply appreciate you guys supporting. Humbled Vanguard. Make music over on Vanguard. That's my DJ name when I make music. And yeah, there's lots to see there. So take a look at those different channels. And I'm a big brother. I'm here to hang out, have a good time with you, talk shop. But I'm not a licensed therapist, just a previous youth pastor, okay? Let me go ahead and turn off all this unnecessary stuff, especially our timer, because we will not be using that in this flight. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into our game here and have a little bit of fun. Relax and figure out how to start a jet, because that's a thing. All right, here we go. Ready to fly. Now, I am using Beam, which is a really cool web camera system, so I can look around, and it follows my face. And so if I look one way, it looks one way and whatnot. The thing that's really cool is it's only $30. I haven't bought it yet because I have a whole bunch of free time on it still to test it to make sure I'm happy with it. But so far, I'm highly intrigued by it. I like it a lot. I like that I can quickly, zoom in on things and get a feel for things. Yeah, you get it. It takes a little getting used to, but I'm getting there. So let's see if we can figure out how to turn this plane on, for Pete's sake. And I might be able to look around a little bit better because I think some of my actual information is down here. Now, the cool thing is, I think if I change my perspective, yeah, see, I can keep looking around here anyway. So let's see if we can find the important stuff, which I'm assuming is probably going to be up here to start. And that's going to be like our APU. I think that's important. Let's see if there's any power stuff here. Oh my. There's quite a bit. I'm looking for... Okay, here we go. What's this? Engine pumps. Okay, I'm looking for cockpit door video, PA. I'm looking for like the main power. Landing lights. Oh, look at this. External power. Well, that's a nice start. Look at that. APU generator. On. Well, that was easy. Engine 1. On. APU. Pumps on. Engine 2 on. Okay. Engine 1 pump is inoperative. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll have a little data maybe on the screens to know what to do. Fuel. Interesting. Okay. Well, here's my theory. I think I saw something here. Engine master's on. And I'm assuming maybe these are the magic buttons? No. Engine mode, crank, normal. There we go. Engine start. Well, so far not much happening here. What do we got going on here? Engine. So far not a lot of information. Okay, I'm going to minimize this for the moment. Well, we keep figuring out how to start this thing. Oh, excuse me. I have a feeling it has something to do with what's going on up here. APU bleed. Engine bleed. Okay. Batteries are on. Okay, now what? Engine 1 pump. That's on. Now, this is interesting. Let's get our lights on at least. Now we can do that easy enough. Okay. Oh, APU start. Now, is our APU the one that pops out of underneath the plane? Oh. Oh. Something's happening. That seems promising. Yeah, that seems very promising. Is that... Yep, something's happening. I don't mind this. That seems like a reasonable thing to me. Something's happening. Look at that. 300, 400. Not a lot of information data on this cockpit or this dash. Which I don't necessarily consider a bad thing at this moment. Okay, now there are some things I would like very much to figure out before we get too much further in this little journey. And it would require getting outside of the airplane, because I have crashed twice quite severely. And I am curious why that might be. Let me see. So one thing that I want to look at, landing lights, is if this has... Alright, that's flaps. I'm looking to see if we have any special brakes, like air brakes. I'm assuming we do. Well, our motors are definitely spooling up, so that's good. I think. Alright, that centered us. What's this button do? There's our air brakes. Okay. So that's one of the things I was looking for earlier that will be a must as we're flying. So in my opinion, that was the answer I was looking for. So very cool. And I feel like we are doing pretty well here. I don't understand why we don't have an iPad or something on that. Just checking to see. Okay, throttles definitely are working. So we're kind of ready to take off, I guess. Except for our presticle. What's going on? Let's do Key West ground. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go to depart straight out.
Key West ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 request taxi for straight out departure with Echo.
Okay.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway Alpha 9er Alpha Echo. Contact tower on 118.2 when ready.
Okay, acknowledge clearance.
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 via taxiway Alpha 9er Alpha Echo Airbus tree 20.
Okay, so looking here, 27 right here. So I'm going to need to turn around pretty hard here. So we're going to go Alpha Niner. We're going to take that down to Alpha Echo. And we're going to come stop there. So if I just hard crank it all the way around, then I'll be in the right area. Now, it might be wise to get pushback services, so let's do that.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 requesting pushback.
Key West ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20.
Oh.
Pushback tug is available to answer your request.
Great. So I'm on my own. I'm on my own. All right, let's see what happens then. I don't know if this has reverse. Does it have a reverse? It looks like it might, but I don't know if I could get it to work easy enough. Oh. Okay, let's just see what happens here. Where's my e-brake? My parking brake. Hold to adjust pedals. We're not rolling, right? Okay. What's this one do? One of these buttons is my parking brake, I think. Yep, parking brake. Off. Not rolling back yet, but for giggles. Giggles aren't going so well here. Let's, Oh, it's working. I didn't need no backup favors. I know what I'm doing. It is cool, isn't it? All right, nice. Okay, let's go back to center stick. And let's go ahead and very carefully throttle forward a tiny bit. It is a big airship. I have not flown a big beast like this in a very long time. An Airbus 320 ain't nothing to laugh at. Okay. I know it doesn't look like I have any clue of what I'm doing. That's a fairly accurate statement. All right. Look at all the cute little airplanes. Okay. This runway is incredibly small, so if we actually take off, I'll be incredibly surprised. It's kind of funny. This is their international airport, Punta Gorda. I think it's Punta Gorda. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and stop here. And we're going to go back to clearance. Request takeoff from Key West.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 at runway 27 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 wind calm, departing straight out approved.
Okay.
Takeoff runway 27.
All right.
Cleared for
Acknowledge.
takeoff runway 27 Airbus tree 20.
Why isn't my throttle reading? That's why. I want to take off my brakes. Okay, I don't know if we're going to successfully actually take off on this runway, for the record, because this is probably not meant for something as big as this. But I have nothing to lose. It's a video game. Except a very expensive aircraft. Let's get our flaps down about 20 degrees. Make sure our parking brake is on, so I can throttle up a little bit before we launch. And then also, before we get going here, let me go ahead and open up our thing here and get my bearings. So once we start, we're going to have to hang a Louis here to get in alignment with our stuff. Let's see if... start our timer to MDPP at 119 degrees. Okay. Nothing to lose but to go. All right. Wish me luck, gang. Here we go. Yeah, I can already tell this isn't gonna work. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, there is no way. There is no earthly way. Nope, 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 nope. I am definitely gonna try, though. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Yes. Thank heavens. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened at all. Is that a ship right there off? Look at that. That's literally a ship right there. That's amazing. That's literally where I would have been. That's sick. Yeah, that's sick. I kind of want to hang a Louis and check that out. Let me crack the throttle here a minute. We're going to, you know, commandeer this vessel for a half a second, just long enough to see what this is about, because that's what commercial planes do. Okay, this is great. Admittedly, I look like I'm running low on speed now, so I'm just gonna very quickly turn around here before we turn to heading of 119 and begin our very long trip. Oh, I guess we could pull up the landing gear. Alright, I'm gonna try and yank my tail around a little bit faster here, because I would at least like to see this. So that might be the pier right there that I was at, because I think I recognize that port right there. There it is, look at that! There it is! Oh, that's really cool. So I think we were actually on the pier next to it, and then we drove into town. Yeah, I know, I can barely see it. Okay, anyway. We got places to be, things to do. So, while the plane is flying somewhat directionally, let's go ahead and AP this sucker. And we're going to do... where's my heading? Altitude, speed control.
Airbus 320, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Yay! I have no idea what my plane's doing. I'm kind of just going to let it do it for a moment. As long as we don't careen to our death, which is still a possibility. I feel like something good's happening. Why is it going, like, faster? Is it going faster? Not necessarily. Let's just see if we straighten out or not. It'd be beautiful if this thing kind of figured itself out. And I feel like it'd be cheating.
Airbus 320, did you hear my last transmission?
I did. I'm trying to make sure my plane does not crash.
West Tower, Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree, 20 frequency change.
If I crash into the water, a lot of people die. Oh, look at that. We are leveling out. At what? 113. That's close to... I mean, it's not close to 119, but, I mean, it's still accurate enough. I'm rather impressed. What are we doing here? AP2. Let's do autopilot 1 and see what happens. Where's this thing trying to take us? Let me see here. Let me pull up my little nav map. Wow, look at that. It's putting us, like, directly on the beacon. That's amazing. I did nothing to make that happen. Well, that was a little too easy. That's almost shameful. Wow, look at that. That's the airport we should have taken off at. Okay. Well, first off, I am curious if there's any, like, internal lights here, because everything seems, like, super dark. Console floor. Oh. Won't let me do that. Huh, okay. Alright, well, it's working, for the most part. Are we, like, still, like, in perfect alignment? Let's double check. That's not how I need to check. Let's get our flaps up. Because technically we could be going about 400 nautical miles once we get up to a reasonable height. And right now it says we're at 5,000. Selected altitude, we're going to go up to 20. Let's see if it starts taking that read out or not. It's selected, but it's not going. We are doing 2,600, which is nice. Let's see. Expedite, approach, auto throttle. Oh, auto throttle. How nifty. Speed Mach, we don't have that set. We don't have the heading set, which is what I was looking for. Heading track. Okay. ND range. Okay, that's just going to change our screens, right? ND's range, not sure. Map information mode. Barometric pressures, which can be done on both sides. Map informations mode, so I can turn this to see the different maps and stuff. I like that. Okay, yeah, there's our readout. Interesting that that's a hard control and not like a touchscreen thing. That's cool. That's cool. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I'm just playing some Flight Simulator tonight. I was raised on this simulator when I was a kid. Well, the older ones. Look at this. I am, like, directly on this. I've done nothing for GPS, and it's just going. So, I'm highly impressed here. Something I would love to see, though, is a bit more speed and to see us climb. So I set 20,000, but I'm wondering why. Oh, engage. Mid-click. What's going on now? Yep, there we go. We are beginning our climb. I hope that it doesn't do it in a bad way. Goodness. Okay, good. So we are climbing. Yes, we are. Sweetness. Okay. Vertical speed control. Don't really care as long as we're climbing without falling out of the bloody sky. And hopefully as we get up higher, we won't have to worry about speeds as much. But I would like to get this in the ballpark of 400. So let's turn off our auto throttle. Engage mid-speed. Now I'm looking over at our speed bug to see if it changed. I don't think it did. Let's do auto throttle again and trigger that. Oh look, now it says 250. So let's boost it up to 400. Which you probably won't let me do 400 at this altitude. But we got nothing to lose. Engage managed speed. Hello. There we go. Something's going down. Interesting. My bug over... Why did my eye thing stop working? Oh, my eye tracker stopped altogether. Or my head tracker, whatever this thing is. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, it stopped altogether. Let's see if we can reset it. Nope, it's not recognizing my face. It doesn't see my face. So let me check one other thing here. EMI tracker demo. Since we're still paying for... Oh, time trial has expired. Well, that's a little bit of a shame. I was really enjoying that. So I have to do this all by hand now. Oh, no. Okay. 320. You see, this is my point, though. So 320, this says 352 on it. So adjust selected airspeed. So if I want to go 400, and I center click it, here we go. There we are. Oh, it's going to max out at 360. So we're going to have to come back down here to 360. That way I don't get a speed warning. There we go. And we're at 16,000 feet right now. Doing pretty good. So, a little bummed that we can only go 360 at this level. So, maybe climbing a little higher would be kind of nice, don't you think? Let's go 30,000. I honestly don't know what a realistic flight level is, and I should know, but I don't. Now, hopefully as we watch this, as we keep climbing, we're at 17,000 feet now, we'll see our ability to go faster increase because we're getting into higher levels of the atmosphere. That would be the theory. We're going to have very nice levels of atmosphere change as we get to 20,000 feet. What is this? In this flight director? Flight director's off and ILS is off. ILS info display. Why? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh, so there you go. So that turned on like this system here. Instrument landing system. So I guess that tells me if I'm lined up with the runway. I guess we'll find that out the hard way or not. No reason not to have that on, though. Still sitting at 360 nautical miles, or 360 knots, which is perfectly fine. Well, I hope you guys are having a good night. I'm having a good night. Tomorrow I have a meeting, an important meeting, and a video shoot, possibly. Depending on how much I need to do on the meeting. So I need to pack up, like, everything anyway. Oh, that's cool. Different sizes right here. For, like, different people. Very nice. Ooh. Glare shield. Brightness. Full! Nice. I like things shiny. Okay. And no, I'm not doing any of the radio stuff. I haven't done any of the flight stuff. Oh. This is interesting that that's dark and nothing's on it. And it's pitch black. The other thing I haven't been checking is my fuel. I got a new wireless Razer headset. I'm having a great time. This thing is amazing. That's awesome. Wireless Razer. I've heard good things about Razer. Wireless Razer headset. So what games are you playing with your new Razer headset? Terrain on. See, it says overspeed, but we're not overspeeding. If I just drop it by like 2 ticks, we won't be overspeeding. Stardew. Stardew with a Razer. Well, at least it has good music. Music sounds great in this thing. That's awesome. I haven't tried bass in these. I mean, this is mainly for broadcasting. This is a broadcasting headset, like for football games and stuff. So I'd be very curious to see what would happen if I was to pump some jams through it. How are we overspeed? I am below overspeed callouts. I don't know what the... Buddy? Here you go. 350 knots. We are not overspeed. Well, I don't want to deal with that. Do you guys? Not necessarily. Why is it doing Mach versus... Oh, here we go. Boop. So let's go 330 and see if that shuts it up. I did get new ear cups for these headphones finally. They're gel and they're amazing. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, give me a little bit of juice back. Let's go 335 maybe. All right, speed's gonna come back up here a little bit. Glad I figured out how to turn on the lights. You know, something I haven't done in this game yet is see the other camera modes. So since we're doing nothing but playing in the skies here, so why, DP, do you have a broadcasting headset? Because I used to be a radio DJ. And so broadcasting headset was something that made my life a lot easier on my morning show and also when I did remotes, live remotes. Because then I could just wear my headset and I could hand a microphone off to someone else. It just made more sense for me over the years. And I like nice things, so I think at the time I bought this, it was like a $400 headset, $400. I think they're cheaper now, but at the time it was expensive, fancy, and great for what I did for a living. Now it's just overkill. And yet not, because frankly, this microphone is made very specifically for broadcasting, so unlike a gaming headset where I'm trying to make that thing shut up. Hopefully it will here in a second. Let's try 325. It worked out well. So here's our jet. Just flying along with nothing to see. I know he's not shutting up. I'm working on it. Let's do 320. That ought to shut him up. Still don't understand that we're 30,000 feet. And it's not even liking me at 320 knots. That's annoying. That is quite annoying, that is. Come on. There we go. That should fix it. There we go. All right, so we're stuck at 315 knots, which kind of stinks. Let's see. What did I want to see from the outside of this thing? Oh, I didn't want to see from the outside. I wanted to go into Smart Cam. Is that Smart Cam? No. Cool looking airplane, though. I actually wanted to see if there was like an internal view. So let's try cockpit and see if there's anything here. Pilot instruments. That's just showing me all the individual instruments. Co-pilot, landing, pilot. So what if I wanted to see over the wing or something? Showcase. Fixed camera, external. That's cool. There you go. Can I look around? Not really. Okay, so that's just like looking over the wings. So what if we do this? What if we do a free camera drone? Now what? So with the camera drone, can I move around or zoom in and see inside the plane? Maybe not. I don't know. Showcase. Camera drone. You would think... Oh, drone focus. Drone focus mode, auto. Drone lock mode, drone follow mode. Oh! That was funny. So, drone focus, zoom level, drone speed. Let's get it a lot faster. Cause maybe I can't. Cause look at that, it's not even like letting it catch up now. That's fun. Drone follow mode. Okay, so technically we are incapable of catching up with our little ship here. Smart cam targets. Oh, and then this is from the airport, so we could go to that airport and see it from that airport. Wow, things have changed so much since the old flight simulators. I was really hoping to see, like, inside there, like, the seats and everything. And it's rather interesting that they at least... So if we go to... Was it Showcase? And we do Fixed Camera. And we pick one of the... So you can hear voices going on inside here, which is cool. But... I can't look around. So as cool as this it is, there's nothing to see. Like, I can't look around in the cockpit or even see, like, an empty cockpit or anything. That's a great shot. Wow. That's cool. I like that. Huh. Very cool. Well, let's hop back in our plane where we belong. There we go. I do miss my head tracker. I'm tempted to ask my wife if I could just spend a little money that I happened to get in here in the last day. It's $30 for the head tracking. I'd love to have that, and it can work for the new flight simulator once I get it too. So it could win for me. I really liked having that. The fact that I care that much is nice. Let's see what she says. I don't deserve it, but I'm asking. Okay, let's see what our flight is looking like here so far. Oh my word, this is such a long flight. I was really hoping that we would be able to use the full length and breadth of this plane, which was going to give us a lot of a lot of travel, but it's going way too slow, and I'm not sure. I need some more stats on this plane, I think. Max altitude, 18,000 feet. And I'm 30, which doesn't make any sense, actually. It doesn't make sense because now I'm second-guessing everything I'm talking about here. But did you ever find out about if those viewers were fake? I am certain they were fake. I am absolutely certain that they were fake, and it wouldn't surprise me if some... It says we have 3 viewers on here right now. I wouldn't doubt that some of these were fake. I went on Reddit, and I found some posts of other people who experienced the exact same things that we saw, where we were seeing so many people in here, but no one was commenting. And I'm just going, that seems a little too fishy. And so I looked around a bit more, and that it's a thing. And technically, as far as I can tell, if we stay here long enough, we might see it happen again. People would say that after a period, they would just start to see an increase of people every few minutes. Where, like, they would see a new person every 10 minutes or something until it got up to, like, 20, and then it would sit at that. Now, 2 people just jumped away just now, so I don't know. But, yeah, that was a real... That was fake. That was fake, unfortunately. Would have been amazing if it wasn't, but pretty sure that was fake. All right, aircraft. Open aircraft performance. Oh. It's not going to show it to me, huh? Edit aircraft performance. Open aircraft performance merge. No. So, found problems in flight. Block fuel. Unusable. 260 pounds. 43 gallons. How is our gas looking? Are we gonna have trouble here? I honestly don't know. Let's see. Let's see. How do we check? Oh, panel brightness. That's cool. Oh, let's see. Landing gear, auto brake, terrain, bugs, LS, RST, EGT. Trying to figure out where my fuel is. Engine. Fuel used. Yeah, see, we haven't even... Well, it's oil. 387 kilograms. Yeah, it was definitely a letdown. I was really excited. I was really into what we had going on. But... nothing happens easy for me. Nothing happens easy. Interesting that none of this is... Oh, fuel. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, man, I think we're going to have the same problems that we had before. Why is that? Isn't our fuel system up here? Engine fuel pump 2 inoperative. Engine tank pumps on. Engine tank pumps on. Crossfeed. Open. Fuel switch pump on. Fuel switch pump on. So let's see if it now feeds across between the two. I hope it does. Still a great night, though. I know I had fun. I had fun, too. It went really... I mean, it was a ton of fun. I was very pleased. Oh, look at that. It's working. Oh, good. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Hopefully we're balancing ourselves out. That's great. No, I had a great time. It was an awesome night. You gave an amazing gift, which I have included now in our systems. So if I do channel members, you can see new Zach.0 gifted from Presticle. So, a lovely gift. All right, I think we're doing okay. As far as I can tell, we're doing good. Technically, I don't think we need the APU on now that we're flying. APU bleed. I'm scared to turn it off. I mean, at this moment, I feel like we're doing just fine. All right. I'd hate to flip a switch and the plane just fall out of the sky because I turned everything off. I'd like to actually land successfully on one of these. I think that would be nice. My wife is not answering my text back. How rude. She must be asleep. Oh well. Do it old school. Let's see. Oh yeah, can't tell. That's right. Alrighty, Rooski. Well, the cool thing is we can set one of these to be a flight planner, and another one we could, like, set for another purpose. And have, like, two screen... Oh, no, it does it for both of them. That's stupid. That's really stupid. So, flight plan zoomed out. And 320 nautical miles. Here we go. There we are. So, hopefully that'll show us how far we have to go. Yes, this is such a fun game. I wonder what that is over there. Huh. So, right now... someplace I need to fly to one of these days is I need to fly to Azores, Portugal. I lived there when I was a little kid, and I haven't had... Is this Azores? Yeah. Lajes. Lajes de Poco. Is this it? What's this one? I don't know if that's it or not. But Lajes was the name of the Air Force Base. I'm pretty sure that's it. Look at how far away that is, though, from where we are. That is such a long trek. What is this one here, though? No, that's not it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's up here. This has to be it. Azores. There it is. Azores. There's the airport. I lived on this island for 3 years. What a cool little place, man. That was an amazing place to grow up for 3 years. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that sometime. That'd be cool. LPPD. So let's do flight plan. And we're gonna go back here. And right-click this. Add to flight plan. And we're going to move that down. Let's see. Control down. And I'm going to move it down below all of our other flight goals. That way, there we go. 2,864 nautical miles. Now, I think when I flew there last time, we flew out of New York or something like that when I was a little kid. Because that was just the quicker route. I mean, going from Florida up to there is 2,000. Look at what it would be if we took off from higher up. Huh. We'll get there. That would be a fun place to visit in my little flight simulator. A lot of military folk visited that place. Alrighty. Well, hopefully it wasn't supposed to be this long a flight. Let me check something here. I'm in Flight Simulator, and I'm flying a A320 Neo. I'm curious what its highest elevation or altitude to fly at cruising speed is.
The Airbus A320 Neo generally tops out around a ceiling of about 39,000 to 41,000 feet in real life. In a flight simulator, it's pretty much the same deal. Most folks cruise it somewhere between like 33,000 and 39,000 feet, depending on the length of the route, the weight, and how hardcore you're getting with your sim realism. So yeah, usually you're going to be hanging out somewhere in those upper 30s. How's the flight sim going for you?
Pretty cool, man. Well, I'm overspeed because I want to keep climbing, dude. Take our climb into account, man. Alright, fine, I'll go back to 315. I don't know what weight I put in this. I didn't put any weight, so excuse me, whatever it defaulted to. Well, I'm not a complete idiot. 39,000 feet. I'm hoping once I get up a little higher, we get some more leverage, but probably not. Throttle, CLB, OP, CLB, navigation, AP1, auto throttle. Dude, just relax, man. That's not annoying at all. Come on. Maybe it's because I forgot to select it. Oh. Come on. Interesting. Huh. It doesn't like me. I wish I could fast forward. Let's get through this. Why are we stopping out here at 32,400? Because take a look. 39. And our beacons isn't showing 39. Something's wrong. What's this one do? vertical speed control. So I can choose. But even with that, whoa. What's going on? Oh, okay, we're climbing again. Oh, okay, so it's 1.5, so we are climbing. I don't understand why we're overspeed, though. Let's put it at 300. I wonder if we're going too high for our cruising speed. Sounds weird, but at the same time, I can see there being some truth in that. I see, look at that. 290. Let's go 295. Okay. Interesting. So let me drop back down. So 290 seemed to be okay. It's just very odd that it's marking that as overspeed when technically this is supposed to be our overspeed. And we were running 320. So I feel like... Huh. Okay. Well, now it doesn't even like 290. So I think that we need to drop altitude now, unfortunately. Dropping altitude. So yeah, we must be above... I wonder... All right, well, just to make it shut up, let's go back down to 30,000 feet. And let's bring this back to 280. Okay. All right, we're going down, right? Nope, we're not going down yet. So let's do... Let's change our FPA down 1.8 or 1.5. So now we should start ducking down pretty fast and making people a little anxious. Interesting that it still says we're overspeed. Okay, I definitely don't want to be obnoxious, but let's do 275. Goodness. So my theory is we're going to get back down to 30,000 feet, and we'll be able to speed up to like 300,000. 300,000. Yeah, 300,000 knots. Very interesting. I'm highly intrigued. Oh, look at this. Wonder how accurate this thing is. Estimated time, 1 hour and 8 minutes. Boy, I hope that ain't accurate, but how much you want to bet it is? Estimated time, 94 minutes. So an hour and a half. Now, 708 nautical miles, so that's not telling us where we are right now. That was just telling us from the start, I assume. Huh. Because that's not changing right now. So, Maybe we're doing okay. I hope we're doing okay, good heavens. Thank you for hanging out with me. I enjoy Flight Simulator, I do. And it's not the most exciting game. Admittedly, I love the idea of some of the missions in the new Flight Simulator. And so I would be very interested. I will get that. I will get that game, but I gotta save up for it. We gotta get some other gigs out of the way and get some money in. I'd like to get that $100 version of it. I think that'd be pretty sweet because you get a lot of extra planes and it's not quite the pro mode. All right, let's see if we can get a little more speed out of this now that we've dropped down to 32,000 feet. So let's shoot for let's start at 290 and see if it lets me get up to 290. I think it will. Yeah, see? It's not beeping at us. We're sitting 290. So I think we found our limitations, which is very interesting. So if you go too high, you have to slow down. You go too low, you have to slow down. So there's an intermediate level that seems to work out well. So let's try 300. Here we go. Not gonna lie, I got a sore throat right now. What is this? Oh, is this literally what I'm looking for? VFE. Based on how much gas I have? VLE, VLO. Vertical 280 nautical miles. Huh. Tough call. I was pretty sure. So let's go 310 now and see if it lets me do that without getting buzzy. And maybe we'll try dropping down to 25,000 feet and see if that does anything. Yeah, it's not giving me any grief there. Okay. 25,000 feet, here we come. We learn new things by playing around. And I like it. I like it like that. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it, guys. I see we got 2 likes. Thank you, thank you. We've leveled out at 29,000 feet, even though I have it set to go lower. Okay. There we go. All right, let's try pushing this a little faster. 320. Which we're at 320 now. But it's not beeping, so that's kind of telling so far. Nope, there it is. Oh, wow, literally. We're sitting right on it. We're at 29,000 feet, so let's see if we get down a little lower. If that gives us a little bit more leverage. How's our gas doing? Well, look at that. Tanks are unbalanced again. Why is that? Didn't I have cross feed? Which I assumed would level that out. Where's our cross feed? Batteries on. Pump. Yeah, cross feed open. Mode select. What if we do this? Set tank pump 1 position off. Oh. Can I do that side on the other one too? Tank 2 position. Where is it? Bleed. Bleed air. Turned those off. Alright. Something might be happening. Do we have issues? Okay. I think we're good. Pump 2 off. Okay, yep. Now we're pulling this way. So what we could do now, since I'm beginning to understand a little bit of the math here, tank pump. Now we should only have the outer wingtips, if I'm understanding this correctly. Because I've turned off all this internal stuff. So we'll see what happens to the outer wingtips now. We're still dropping. Whoa, look. Yes, look at that. We got a lot more options on speed now. Let's see if it buzzes us. Well, let's come down to 20,000 feet. I love learning new stuff, man. This is why you mess around. This is why you play. Alright, so stuff is still flowing out of these tanks. I mean, they're not far off from each other, thankfully, but... Huh. We've closed off everything. How are we looking now? See, look at that. I mean, we're doing 330 knots. Without a beeper. Excuse me. Well, hopefully we can get there a little quicker if this plays nice with us. Looks like it might. Is this anything important? Normal? Normal. I'm pushing a lot of buttons I shouldn't be pushing, that's for sure. At least, not without knowledge. But I am curious if that will... I mean, I'm doing everything I can think to conserve gas. Because I really don't want to have happen what hadn't happened in the citation or whatever it was. This, and right now, I feel like we're kind of leveling out there. I find it very interesting that this is staying at 606 on the tips, and I can't seem to pull those. Very interested by that. Oh, what's going on with my mouse? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're still flying. My mouse stopped working. What's going on here? Did my mouse stop working, or did I... Whoa. It's like my mouse stopped working entirely. Okay. Let me see what the dilemma might be here. Gonna try and plug this into power. I don't see that being the issue, but oh yeah, that was definitely the issue. Okay, I need to get a longer cable for this. I can scoot it over here just a touch, barely. All right. Oh, good. I was so sure like the game was frozen or something. That's great. All right, 20,000 feet. And let's check our speed options again. So we're at 335. Let's see if we can get 340. .340 is looking pretty promising. So I've turned off crossfeed. Just kind of curious what would happen. 340 without an issue. So can we go 350? Now we're about to butt up against our hard line at 360. And I think we're kind of at the point now where we're not going to get much extra speed by going lower. I think we're kind of there. This is so uncomfortable. Let's go 355, and I'm willing to bet you that we'll get an overspeed warning. I'm stunned. Just for giggles, let's do 15,000 feet. And see if anything happens. I don't think it will. I think it's going to start to backtrack on us. So 20,000 feet is probably our weight and balance area, but we're going to see. I'm intrigued by this still. Excuse me. $594. Fuel used 1 and 2, 1,190. And then if we come up here, you can see I have everything off. X feed, I can turn that back on. Engine pumps inoperative. Batteries are on. APU generator is on, which sounds weird to me. Set engine generator 2. Nothing happened on my little gas screen. We're still doing really good on speed. I mean, 355 knots is way better than I had. Let's go 358. At only 15,000 feet. I'm scared to turn off the the generators, but that is kind of where my head's at next. What is this? ELAC, SEC, and FAC. No idea. Emergency power. So we don't need any of these. GPWS. Interesting that they're all marked inoperative. So here's the thing. Engine generator on. Listening very closely to hear if something happens. Engine generators are now off. Speed's holding true. Yeah, we're good. We're good. That's what I thought. I'm like, we don't need an APU, right? APU, we don't need a generator because we're running off of batteries. So I might be killing gas by having them on and having the pumps on. I mean, we're holding really steady here. And nearly 360 knots, which hopefully means our trip is going a little smoother here. Let's check our little nav map here. We're over halfway there. This is good. I'll actually have to start looking at preparing for my approach. And I would like to come in on runway 8. That would be the preference. MDPP. So let's do this. Nearest airport list. Looking for MDPP on here. Nothing right now. COM2 not in use. So I haven't tried programming in my own comms yet. I think that would be an interesting little test of to see if I can pull it off. So let's do it. Let's go here and let's look, and I see control tower on 118.000. So let's go to the standby. Interesting that 118 is active right now. So let's go to the active and see if we can do standby frequency, standby radio. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's do... Whoa, no, VHF 1? Is that what I need? Select. Not what I meant to do. Toggle cover position. Oh, okay, that's not screwing with us on our navigation, is it? No. I'm trying to do it for radio. So, VHF. There you go. Let's do VHF 3, just to play it safe. And then... Huh. Okay. See, I know that one changes one side, so I was assuming this one would change the other. But it's not doing it. What if I... center click? No. Because that... Yeah, see, that's not working. So... Axis X. Yeah, so I should just be able to pull it to the right and to the... There we go. 18. And we're going to go to 0, 0, 0. We're going to swap. Nothing's changing on our systems. Oh, this could be a problem. We're at 14,000. We're dropping. Why are we dropping? I didn't give you permission to drop, did I? Let's do... Let's go to 0. I wonder if that's our landing point up there. If that's the case, then I understand why we were dropping. Possibly because our navigation computer might have already been starting our descent, which would make sense. Not that I know what I'm talking about. VHF Hold the lock. So, with active programmed in at 118, is anything different here now? That says 118 too. I don't see our airport. No extended airports. This one's COM 3 over here, I would assume. It's not even letting us select it. So... oh. I find it interesting that even... whoa, why is this doing this? Okay. Even though we've programmed in our system down here at 1800 zeros, so we can call VHF1. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah. Swap. Now we got 1800. Okay. Nearest airport list. And then let me double check and see what my airport code is. Or ident. MDPP. Right, MDPP. Okay. And we have none of that here right now. So we must be too far out of range? I don't know. Oh, look at that. That's leveled out nicely. 3,746 and 3,875. So I'm feeling a little better about that. That looks like an archipelago ahead. Archipelago? Is that the word I'm looking for? Probably not. It just sounded cool, so I'm going to say it. I must be looking at this one. Great Inagua with Zin Airport. So that must be what I'm looking at here. Unless there's something right below me, but I doubt that. So we have to, unfortunately, fly past that by a good margin. Yay. But we are doing 358 knots, so see if we can get 360 without it complaining too much at us. And also, look at this, 14,300 feet, and it's sitting there because I canceled our vertical speed indicator. So let's see if we can retarget this 15,000 and get this back a little bit. Activate. That's not working. Huh. Very interesting. What if I did this one? So our navigation must be leading us in and putting us at 14,300 because I want 15,000. I mean, they're not far off, but all the same, I would like to know how to be in control of my aircraft. So let's see if there's any information here on, what is this, the CDU or something like that? I forget what the name of this is. So let's see if there's any information here. MDPP. Push soft key 2. Trying to see if there's anything here. Decel 1415. Not sure what that means. I was thinking decel would be like decelerate, you know, slow down. Fuel prediction. Secondary plan, ATC comm. Menu. A-beam. Direct to with A-beam points, PTS. A-beam PTS. So A-beam PTS, let's see if there's anything that has anything to do with that. Like, is this vector A-beam PTS or something? Excuse me. Like I said, excuse me. I'm hoping I'm not getting sick. We did deal with a bunch of people, and I admit I get sick pretty easily off of human beings. Yes, I am an alien. Oh, excuse me. I am absolutely an alien. Okay. Yeah, I'm still a... Interesting, look at this. GS, 438 knots, altitude 14,300. 438 knots. Even though my system here says 360 knots. I wonder why that's a thing. I wonder if there's like a true airspeed versus a... Like if we have the wind at our back or something that's giving us some kind of extra air that I am not aware of. I kind of doubt it. I don't kind of doubt it. I extremely doubt it, but... Huh. I was frankly hoping to be on the ground by now. So the goal was a plane that would be fast enough that could do this mission in... Look at this. 44 hours, 13 minutes. Oh, that's the entirety of our... Okay, no, that wasn't what I was worried about. 44 hours? That's unrealistic, because that's even including the flight to Azores, which is not what I'm looking for at all. Well, thank you everyone who's hanging out here. I appreciate it. I would get bored from doing this. I'm getting bored doing this. So thank you for hanging out. I'm your big brother. I like hearing how you guys are doing. So if you haven't hopped in the chat, hop in the chat. Tell us a little bit about yourself. This is a very meaningful place. It's a very important place. We've watched some young men make some good life decisions here. And I take a lot of pride in that. We've seen some young men decide that they wanted to accept Christ and, you know, make solid life decisions, and I want nothing more than to see good come out of the efforts that I invest in others. I don't want to waste life. I don't want to make poor decisions for stupid reasons. Playing video games is fun. It's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be here for people. I know what it's like to feel excited about something and then try to share it with someone and it just doesn't make any sense to them. I know what it's like to show people nerdiness, humanity, things like that, and then you think maybe, oops, maybe I shared too much. You know, and because people just seem bored or don't understand or whatever. And this place is different. It needs to be different. There's way too many streamers out there for me to just be able to stream, and that's what makes this place amazing and why people should show up in here. That's an unrealistic expectancy. But I never had a big brother. I never had that sort of thing, and I would wish for that opportunity. And the people that I have had in my life who I would have considered big brothers ended up being big terrors, ended up being the guys who ran away, ended up being the guys who decided that, wasn't worth playing that role. Simply because they didn't understand who I was in comparison to them, because we come from different walks of life. This place needs to be different. So, just know that is my effort and my strength here. Playing video games is playing video games. Boring video games at that, but you get my point. Wish I could play some Stardew Valley while still flying. Probably could, but I have a feeling I would screw something up, and I'm not interested in screwing things up. Gravity gear. Pull and turn. Parking brake off. Rudder trim. Okay. Pitch trim. Slowly getting closer to that. I think I'm going to leave this flying for a few minutes. I'm going to run upstairs, check on the wife, check on the pups, and then I'll be back and we'll continue. I'll just leave this up and run for the moment, okay? And I'll be back in here in just a few moments. Okay, looks like we're still afloat. And nowhere closer to that land. How are we doing on speed? Everyone keeping an eye on this for me? Thank you, Presticle. 360 knots without an issue? Still don't understand why I'm sitting at 14,300. Gas is still looking pretty reasonable. So, riddle me this. I'm gonna make a purchase. Bear with me a second. Let's go. Alright, I'm spending 30 bucks. Here we go. I like it too much not to use it. Thankfully, it shouldn't take too long to install. So hopefully we'll be back up and running with the eye tracker here in just a moment. I like my eye tracker. Or, it's an eye tracker, but I like that it tracks the head. So it tracks the eyes to track the head, I guess. All right. There we go. Be my tracker. Launch. Yes, please. Let's see if this works. Or if we need to uninstall the old one or whatever. Curious how this is going to play out. Aiming extensions is on. Whoops. Come on. There we go. It says it sees my eyes. So now we go to our little guy here. Boot it up. All right. Back in the game. Alt-N. Uh-oh. Well, it's not reading me. Let me see if this has anything to do with it. Hey, all right. We are back in the house. And I'm wondering if I'm going to have to, like, reset it, because I have a feeling it's probably, like, over... Well, no, because I'm moving my eyes and it's not doing anything, so maybe it's good. Sweet. Excellent. I like my eye tracker. Oh boy. Well, this isn't a long flight at all now, is it? Okay, we're getting a little closer. Excuse me. I'm just impressed that we still haven't passed over this. And then you gotta go all the way past it. And where are we coming? Isn't this like St. Thomas? This is St. Thomas that we're coming into. Here's no, Puerto Plata. Never mind. No, this is something entirely different. So where's the fun little hangout Puerto Plata? Is this it? This must be the fun little There's like a touristy, like extreme touristy Puerto Plata area. So here's... It's got to be like this whole thing here. Yeah. Huh. Oh, it's such a long flight. Where's the fast forward button? I bet you that there is a fast forward button here somewhere. Whoa, fuel 38%. See, I don't want to change all this because this is like complete cheating here, but I don't want to look at that because that's actually kind of spooky looking. Weather. 9:34 a.m. So we took off, I think, at like 7 or 8. So it's been an hour and a half, kind of, give or take. And here's the thing. So it only changed time. It wouldn't move time forward. Time, real time, is turned off. Oh, that's right, because I have it set for different. So. Okay. All right. Toggle active pause. So now it's paused. So we'll leave that unpaused because we want to get there sooner than later. Not interested in waiting for forever to get there. So when my eyes are like uncomfortable and I'm getting tired of like looking up and over at things, I can find my Alt-N here. Just kind of straighten my head out here and then reset. There we go. So now it won't be as invasive to you guys as it was earlier. Amazing how well a little web camera works for this. Still curious about that gas in the wingtips. Well, who else is bored out of their brains? This guy. I'll survive. I chose this. Are all the legs of my flight this bad? Or is that the longest leg? So, no, not nearly. I mean, obviously this one's nasty, which I probably won't do like that. Just playing Stardew still? I'm half tempted to try and turn it on. That would be kind of fun. I wonder if I could do that. Oh, I shouldn't. I shouldn't, but I kind of want to try. Here's what I might try to do. I'm curious if I can turn on my multi-capture mode like this, and then the flight simulator sit up here, and then I wonder if I can put my game down below. Let me see if this is even possible. This might be overkill. It is overkill, but it might be overkill. But I'm curious if it's possible. So let's see, Steam. I'm a little anxious that people are going to get mad at me for playing Stardew, though. And not tell them that I'm playing Stardew. Terraria, webbed. Portal is gonna... I don't want to overkill my CPU because it's already going crazy running this. Yeah, we're gonna do it, Stardew. Let's see if this works. Oh, I'm very curious if this is gonna work. Where's my game controller? I wonder if this is gonna mess with my flight simulator. I bet you it will. Let's see. Customize? Oh, we're gonna have a problem. Controller, default. So default. Go back. No. Let's go back into the game. I heard Stardew. Resume. Let's see what happens here. There's Stardew. So let's pull it down here. Load. This Stardew uses very little CPU. Yeah. We're gonna see... Oh no, it's totally trying to take control of my airplane. Oh no. So I might have to do without the control... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I paused the flight. We're just staying in it midair here because I'm gonna have to figure out how to get us live again because my controller just shut me down. Just shut down the plane entirely. So I gotta figure, how do you start a plane? Okay, hang on. Pump 1, pump 2. No, I need to turn on. Oh, I hope we're not crash. Oh. Yes, we are actively crashing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I was sure I could make that work. I was sure I could make that work. How do you just power down everything like that? I don't even know how that's possible. Oh no. Ah. Well, I'm not going to give up hope. Here's what I'm going to do. Our landing airport. Yep, definitely drinking a little whiskey. Needed after that. Let's see. Arrival MDPP. Is that it? Yep. Porta Plata. Okay, now I want to take off from... Wasn't there a little runway here? There it is. Departure. 29-minute flight. That plane in no way is going to take off from that airport. I think that runway is going to be way too small to take off from. Tempted to try it. Tempted to try it. Okay, let's go to fly. Oh, come on. Oh, no. I truthfully doubt we're going to make this work. Okay, parking brake is on. I need flaps at 20 degrees. All right. Okay. Bad move. Here we go. This is going to end very badly. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, princess. Daddy needs rotation. Come on. Up we go. Come on, baby. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm okay with overspeed. Don't you complain. Okay. Gear up. Flaps up. So now that we are not in control of the original settings of the airplane, what's going to happen now? AP1 on. Climbing to 15,000 feet. Okay. Gear up. I thought I already did gear up. Interesting that fuel pumps are all on. How about APU? Batteries are on. Engine pumps are inoperative. Generator is on. APU generator is on. Interesting. And here I thought I would want them off. Okay. All right. Well, we're turning. Let's check our map. Nav map says that we are getting back on course. So yes, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but I'm okay with it. And I still intend to do exactly as we did. So we're going to let this sucker fly. And I'm going to see if this game's going to load. Because I want this to happen. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Looks like we're good. I will see what trouble we get into here. I mean, it's working. Here's what I should do, so we're not constantly looking down in the flight simulator. We'll turn off the IR tracking. There we go. And I want to see my... There we go. About like that. Now the question is anything that I do in the game down here gonna mess with the plane? Looks like it won't. Oh, I missed my controller. Oh man, I already missed my controller. Goodness. Oh no. That would stink to break an egg. What? What's going on? What are we doing? I think we're doing okay. It is the ultimate simulation, isn't it? We're getting there. Who needs a multicast when you can multi-game? Just a pilot on a cell phone playing Stardew. with whiskey. There we go. So if I click up here, I can look over here. Nice. What are we doing here? We're at 15,320. So let's see if we can get a little bit more juice out of this girl. Push it up to 355. And trigger that and see if she takes it. Yep. Okay. This is not working too miserably. We could do far worse at the moment. Should have done this a while ago. Except for the fact that I crashed. So far, every single flight that I have done in Flight Simulator since downloading it, other than some really, really small little flights, not big ones like this, I have crashed every single one in my live stream so far. I have yet to have one truly successful landing, complete flight. And knowing my luck, I'm going to crash when we actually get to the airport that I'm trying to get to. So, knowing my luck. Okay, let's go over here. I am stunned this is working so well. I mean, now, admittedly, I'm looking at my screen down below, and it's a tiny bit buzzy. What I should do is I should put the Flight Simulator in, I should put it in, like, windowed mode, bring it down to the bottom, and then put that one up on the top screen so I have better frames per second on the game down below. Because I can see it glitching just a tiny bit, even in the live stream, but not that I'm complaining, I'm just noticing things. Let's see. So if I went... let's see. Nope, it wouldn't be that. It would be this, and we would need general options. And we would need graphics. And we would do windowed. Okay, now with windowed, I can go like this and like this. And let's see what kind of a difference that makes, because we don't need... Oh, 4K. Wow, Flight Simulator is going to try and run in 4K. I can see that being a little bit of a conniption. Well, what have we got to lose? Everything. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Go back. Go back. Huh. Watch things go seriously wrong when I try to land later. Wow, that's working pretty well. Okay. Let me just make sure I can see all my controls here. Get my gas in shot here. There we go. Okay. How are we looking? Boosh. Yeah, okay. We're on track. I got nothing to say. All right, let's go. We need to get the we need to get a couple things going here. Like this, for instance. There we go. That's a good start. Now let me do this. Oh, I'm not used to using a mouse. And I'm a PC gamer. I mean, I'm used to mice and keyboards. But having a game controller really did make a difference. I'm gonna be clicking so many wrong buttons. Okay. This works, though. It's working. There we go. Wish you could put in more than one. Okay. Nice that it doesn't take very long. let me see here if our jewel system in here... Nope, still going. Emerald's still doing its thing. This is interesting, because that's not what I put in there, so maybe it failed. Mixed seeds versus the special fruit. So let's try another ancient fruit and see what it spits out this time. So much undulation going on here. Yeah, this is pretty fun. This is working. This is working. All right. Slightly happy, unhappy chicken. Did I feed the cows? I don't think I fed the cows yet. How many video games can you play at once? Alright, let's go here. Not that we need to do that. There we go. Okay. Let's see if there's anything going on up here. Oops. There we go. Nope. I don't like these controls. No! I want you to grab it! Alright. Oh, no, wait. Let's grab this. That would make for an exciting live stream video, but it'd be hard to do, I guess. Yeah, it would. To play multiple games at once. I mean, they would have to be time, like time-sensitive games. Like Flight Simulator, you can set it and forget it. Like, I don't know what else you could do with that. I mean, like, what other games you could have that with. What would be really interesting is to have multiple instances of Flight Simulator and have each one flying a different jet to a different airport, like you're running your own fleet. That didn't feel right, but okay. There we go. I could see that being kind of interesting. In a way. In a small way. Nonetheless, I mean, the fact that we're working here is pretty good. Just wish I hadn't crashed, because everything was going so smoothly, the first one. But, I mean... And the other side of this is that I can't see likes and I mean, I can see comments, at least, but I can't see likes and things or how many people are actually in the stream. It says there's 5 people here, which is kind of cool. If that's really 5 people in here, who knows? But... we know people can be quiet and just be here to hang. I am wondering if there's something along this ridge here, and I'm wondering if that is our land that we're trying to fly to here. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen, but... hey, it's a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And technically, I didn't even crash. I overstressed the airplane. So, technically I didn't crash. We just... what's the name of the guy who flew too close to the sun? Basically that, and his wings melted. That's basically what happened. In so many terms. If I wake up tomorrow sick, it will not surprise me. I hate to say that, but I think that much is a distinct possibility, which is Icarus. Thank you. It's a bit stinky because I actually have a very important meeting tomorrow, so I gotta do it. What time is it? It's 9:44. Once I land the plane, hopefully land the plane, then I need to get to bed. Let's see. What time is my meeting tomorrow? 9 a.m. Yep. And I got a few more things to prep because I got to get all the camera gear ready for it tomorrow. Well, tonight. So. All right. Let's get this one. Okay. Haha. Zacco donated from Presticle 1137. Awesome. Oh, hello. Chicken's done. Mayo's done. Hello, I have a delivery for the Mayo Clinic. Let's do these. And frankly, I guess that's all I want to do. Okay. I know I haven't watered the plants. Where's my dog? Where's Balto? Why is it so dark in here? Is there a way to, like, turn on light? I guess I need to, like, put up some light of some sort, but let's just go to sleep for the night. There we go. Not needing to worry about money too much at the moment, especially since we did the big project with all the money. Wow, look at that. Now, what? Oh, wow. That looks like land. That looks like mountain land and things. Huh? Oh, it is. Whoa, am I really that close? I'm getting close fast. Like, super close fast. That's totally cheating. How did it go that quick? Okay, well, I mean, if we're coming in that quick, then I gotta start thinking this process through here. Shucks. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, we're going to be coming in fast. So I need to start thinking this through. So let's go ahead and swap back over to our game here. I'm going to bring it back up to the top screen. Let's move this one down here. And let's get that, not full screen per se, but let's get that big enough. And then also see if track IR will turn back on for me. Nice, good. Let's go to Alt-N. Okay, and nice thing is I can set it like this, and then... Okay. Alright, so somewhere over there's the airport, but I need to change our setting here to take over with the heading for a minute. So let's see if it will let me do it this way. Flight director, autopilot heading. Okay. So heading track. Now if we set this somewhere over this way and select it, it's not going. How about this? Still not going. Okay, managed heading mode. So I can see the bug doing its thing, but the plane isn't moving that direction. So heading track, heading. Okay. Yes, good, 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 good. All right, we need to get lower. Let's drop down to 8,000 feet with the vertical speed indicator. Let's do 700. Boosh. Is it right click or is it... Okay, good. Nice. No, wait. No, 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 wait. No, don't. Follow through. Follow through. So it's middle click, I guess. Middle click. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's also add 10 degrees of flaps, because this is not going to take long. And let's get our speed down. I'm working on it. Chill out. We're going to come down to 250. Okay. Because this is going to be up here somewhere. Like, really fast. Let me see what our system says. Good. All right, I need to get clearance on MDPP to come in on the right on 08. So nearest airport list, MD. Let's see, MDPP. Full stop landing.
Porta Plata Tower, Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree, 2072 miles west, 14,300 feet to land.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 Puerto.
Aww.
Altimeter 29.9 wind calm into right downwind runway 26.
I was afraid of that.
Make right traffic runway 26 Airbus tree 20.
So we got to fly past the airport, which is good because we can track it, but still. All right, we need to come down even lower. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get the landing gear down. Okay, 215. Let's see.
Porta Plata Tower, Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Airbus tree 20 airport is 11 o'clock 65 miles.
Okay. All right. So looking down at our map here, just to simplify my life, we're gonna have to come in on the right side, come back over top Sosua, and then swing back over. And actually, while we're saying this, hopefully somewhere down here is the area that I remember in real life. I would love to see that. What I should do is land with this plane and then take off a little putzer plane and fly around and see if I recognize anything. I think that'd be fun. I'm not sure about tonight. We'll see. Okay. So far, though, I'm very pleased with how this is going. Except that I crashed, but I didn't crash. I just minorly made the plane soar. Okay. That's selected, so we're going down to 6,000 feet. And we're still going down. Yep, we're going down. All right, we're doing good. I just don't like all this haze that's getting in my vision here. Okay. So far, so good, though. So let me go ahead and get rid of this for the moment. Double check our map. So the nice thing is we have to pass Puerto Plata, and it's right on the water side. So we're looking at... We got to fly over this ridge area here. Technically, the runway is probably on that second lip over on this side that you guys can barely see. I wish I had a way to make the game screen bigger. And I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Because I can go here, and I can blow this up a little larger. Like this. Whoops. Problem I have is my nav map isn't going to expand very well. So I kind of need to just keep that smaller, I guess. So like this. Somewhere in that ballpark, maybe. Okay. That way you can see my big guns. Okay. Yeah, we're coming in pretty good. We're gonna have to make a pretty serious turn once we get over the airport. I don't like how dark it is. Let's see if we can adjust some of our... Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't this our brightness? There we go. Wasn't there one here? And there. And over there. There we go. Oh, goodness, that helps a lot. Okay. Interesting. We're still on autopilot, which is good. Through the heading indicator, also good. I want to approach this a little bit more at an angle. So let's go ahead and turn a bit more to our right. Probably a lot more to the right. This is going to be an incredibly difficult landing with this airplane. I really got to try to get as much airspeed off this plane as possible, because I have a feeling this runway is not going to be long enough for us. 10,000 foot runway, so maybe we'll be good. 2 miles long? Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Right? All right. So I'm thinking our runway is somewhere over here. I'm trying to cut in over this land. Yeah, so it's not going to be on this. It's going to be on that following one over there. So hopefully we're kind of coming into this at a not quite a 45-degree angle. Once I get past it, then I'll be able to turn a little bit to the left and get centered up on it for the right pass, and then we'll hang another right, hang another left, and that will be our landing opportunity. Technically, I would be able to find the... I don't know if it's the PTA here. Let's see. I don't know. Because there should be a way to hook up to a... there's a bunch of individual little points right here, and I bet you each one of these would lead me in. So really, if I was to find this one, waypoint ASI-26, and I was to point towards ASI-26, then that would be the potential. I just don't know how to do that, and I haven't studied it enough to do it. Oh, wow, look at that mountain range. That's cool. Trying to see over in that direction to see if I see anything. Huh. Okay. I'm going to pop on back down here. I'm curious about how high these mountains are, but I'm going to take a shot. We're going to drop to 5,000 feet. I'm a little anxious about it, but we're going to see what happens. Okay. 5,000 feet. Technically, I should be able to look at my map here and see what the mountain region is sitting at. But I think we're okay for the moment. I'm not sure if I want to try to cut off more speed right now. I'm going to do 10 more degrees of flaps, which is a dangerous move, but...
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
All right, we're pulling back to 200 knots. I don't know when I need to be concerned, like when I'm going too slow for the plane. All right, we're sitting 5,000. We are dropping, but barely. We're not stalling, so that's a good sign. All right, I think it's time to begin our next... Gonna hear that in my sleep tonight. Overspeed. I know, right? Me too. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and start our left turn into the right pattern. Let's see, we need to go to 08. So we're going to go 09 would be just fine, I think. And if we did this right... We'll see the airport. I'm wondering if that's it over there. No, it's going to be up ahead further. Okay. Yeah, we got a long ways to go, so it's probably over here somewhere. Huh. We are still holding our speed, though. What's really awkward is I hear the fire from my house in Stardew Valley in my headphones while we're playing this. So it's throwing me off a little bit. Well, I have a very brief second. Let's make sure the game is saved and then I'll close it. That way I can focus in on landing. Okay. Okay. I don't see any airports so far. Huh. Actually... there is... that right there may either be Monumento Natural Languas, Cabarate y Goleta. I'm betting you that might be that mountain area over there. This here may represent Puerto Plata. And the area in front of it, possibly. We'll see. Oh, hello. Go away. Thank you. Okay, this is getting interesting, isn't it? Okay. We're not quite lining up with it, but I'm kind of okay with that because the goal would be that we have a long berth to turn around and come in on that landing. So I am going to be looking at one of these waypoints out in the water, like AS-126. That might give me enough time to hang a Yui if I'm really desperate, PC-113 all the way over here. So it's a pretty good distance on the other side of the airport, but to land this thing properly, like I haven't done on a single live stream yet of any of the aircraft, yeah. The more time I give myself, the better I'm going to be. I'm wondering if that is the airport. Right there. Or this. Something over here is the airport, I feel like. Okay. That's the airport. That's gotta be the airport right there. I think that's it. Right here. Because we're gonna fly in over the... Yep, that's gotta be it. I'm putting money on that. That looks like such a small runway, man. Ah. Yep, that is absolutely it. Okay. Our demise is imminent. There it is, right there. Sheesh. Okay. Let me get my legs crossed. This chair is one of those gaming chairs, and it is terrible if you want to do like me and like cross your legs in your lap. Absolutely deplorable. Excuse me. Yeah, that's definitely our runway. So my theory is we'll fly beyond over into this water area in the distance here, and then that's going to be our approach. So let's go ahead. I'm impressed that I'm still running autopilot, but I think that's a good thing in this case. So we'll fly not quite parallel with it, but close enough. Because it's going to take me a bit to swing the plane around comfortably where I'm not driving all of my... if I was really flying people in, wouldn't want to make them too uncomfortable by taking the plane and just going, whee! Let's not turn that hard. Let's not chicane our way in. See, right now we're almost parallel with it, so I kind of want to take a little bit of that away and turn outward just to make sure that I'm going to have a lot of room to bank back in on that turn to final. So I think right now it would be considered that I'm downwind from the runway. So I'm on the right side and I'm downwind, and then we're doing the final. We'll do the final turn in once we get to the other side over there. But that is our runway. Oh, it's so tiny. Now Puerto Plata is in front of it that way. So, okay, let's parallel with it now. Oh, this is going to be sketchy. Okay, if I go 80, then I should be lined up with it exactly. Okay. I mean, it's 10,000 feet, so technically it should be long enough, but it looks thin. It looks really thin. And bringing it in by hand versus running everything autopilot this entire time. Which autopilot is the way everyone flies. 90% of the time in the big planes. Little planes, no, you'd fly it by hand. But these big planes, yeah, you're flying autopilot 90% of the time. Makes the flight smoother. You don't have to turn. The only time you take control is when you're really just landing or taking off. Keeps it really simple. All right. We are on our way out to PIVEL. I think that's where we're going to begin our turn. And just to play it safe, let's go ahead and go 90 degrees. Just give myself just a tiny bit more leverage on my turn to final. Also, ATC, we're going to have to get permission for landing here in a minute. Airport is 11 o'clock, 6.5 miles. Let's ask for airport direction again.
Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Airbus tree 20 airport is 7 o'clock, 5 miles.
Okay. So our landing intentions are already in. We don't have to change this. We're good there. We're just waiting for approvals. So I'm going to put that down here on our secondary screen. Stuff is moving around. Goodness. Let's do this. And what's going on here? There we are. Just making sure that the Puerto Plata tower is up. Okay, so we're past it now on a good distance. Let me put this over here where I don't care about it. All right, let's go ahead and take this the next step. (2,000 feet). Execute. I also want to begin another 10 degrees of flaps. How's our flaps actually looking here? Okay. I'm sure. 185. Execute. All right, we are almost ready. Let's make sure our ILS is on so we can line up. And I've never really successfully used ILS, but we're going to see if it actually has ILS to get us in. All right.
2,500.
Thank you. All right. Pivotal is right in front of us. We still have not gotten approval to land. At this point, I don't know how this goes. So we're going to assume we have approvals. Because that's how everyone does it, which is not true. All right. So our runway is 26. So we're going to turn 260 degrees. And we're coming in. So let's go ahead and here we go. Heading bug 260. Interesting. It's already making me turn the wrong direction. So I'm going to turn autopilot off, F&D off, Throttle back. I'm taking control of my plane. I am in full control of my plane now. This is when things get hairy. Full flaps. Landing gear is down. We're at 108, 160 knots, 170 knots. Let's get a little bit of rudder put into this to help us get it turned around here a bit more. We're turning quite sharply, actually. This is actually really good. Plane's doing pretty sweet for us at the moment. We're climbing, which I don't mean to do. So let's pull some trims out of the tail. So we're going to start angling our nose down a bit more. I hope we're not going to fall out of the sky here in a second. Okay. Level out. Point my nose down. There's our runway. Yay, I see light. Just going to give us a little bit more throttle. All right, things are going to get interesting. Okay, a little less throttle because I see us fighting for that 180. Okay, how are we looking? Good. Hands off the throttle. Not so bad. I feel like we need to kind of... ILS is doing nothing for me at the moment, but maybe that's because I haven't programmed in something. Little trim in. More trim up. More trim up. Hands off the controls just to see. So far, so good. Maybe a little trim up. I could literally fly this in just on trims. $1,800. I don't like that I'm still falling. But I am full flaps, so that's not entirely a surprise. Now, here's my question. What's this one? All right, that's my landing gear. Oh, that one is my air brakes. Okay, which I'm keeping those off for the moment, but I will need those on here in a minute. And then this is my brakes. Parking brake is not activating with that. Interesting. Pretty sure that's it, though. Okay. Gonna give myself a tiny bit more throttle. Because I feel like we're really off at the moment. And yeah, we're definitely off. So I need to be really going this way a bit more. I would love to be more lined up, but a little bit of throttle so we don't fall out of the sky. The flaps are definitely getting to us, but I do think I see a red and white light, which means we are tough call. Does that runway come out over the water? It does. So I'm like up too high still. I'm gonna be landing this like a Cessna. That is not gonna be fun. And it won't be clean either, and I was really hoping to have... Yeah, in this scenario, this is a go-around situation. And that is exactly what I'm not going to do. Like always, this is why we get in crashes. So I'm going to throttle back here just a tiny bit. Because we're basically just going to line ourselves up and hang and lean into it and try to land. Which is not going to be clean at all. So here we go. Throttle back. Throttle back. Now I feel like we're up too high. Okay. I have a theory that we might need to go around unless we can drop this 2,000 feet rather quickly.
Airbus 320, wind calm, cleared to land runway 26.
Okay. Goal is not to fall out of the sky here, but we're in pretty dangerous territory. Okay. Feels a little better. That feels much better. But we're still up pretty high. I'm a little busy.
Cleared to land runway 26 Airbus 320.
We're off. Come on. Get back on again. We're floating in here. Boy, we're going to be squeezing in tight. But I see red and white lights over there, so we are at the proper height, believe it or not. Stunningly enough. Kind of feels like we're crabbing in here a little bit. Up, now we're all whites, so a little too high. I see red and white. We're lined up.
300.
We're getting pushed off to the right, like hardcore. Now we're too low.
200.
All right, we're dead stick.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Air brakes on. Uh-oh. No, come on. Oh! Wow, much higher up off this runway than I thought. All right, brakes are on. Just smacking those brakes. I am stunned. Ha 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 ha, we did it!
Airbus 320, exit runway when able.
Ah! Oh, sweet relief. Ha ha ha. All right. We did it. Landed safely in Puerto Plata. I do want to go and see that Puerto Plata Bay and see what it looks like. So I'm tired. I want to stop, but I do want to go and see that really quick. So this is happening. We'll swap aircraft and go see it really quick.
Airbus 320, turn next taxiway.
10-4.
Airbus 320, contact ground on 121.9er.
Whew.
121.9er Airbus 320. Goodbye.
Finally, a good landing. It would help just a little bit to actually get a full, proper flight in, but whatever. Maybe we'll get this other one. We'll do a little hopper plane. I can land a hopper plane super easy. It's these big jets that I usually have issues with, but we'll see what happens here in a second. Wow, there's actually someone walking outside their airplane there. That's cool. Whew. Does he know how to shut it down, folks? Oh, my word, we did it. Oh, that feels good. Nice.
Thank you for flying with I Crashed Again Airlines.
All right. Let's go ahead and hop into a different aircraft here and just go and check out Porta Plata really quick. And then I'm calling it a night. Which is probably still like an extra half hour of flying, but still, you get what I'm saying. So let's do, how do we do this? Control options, general options, activities. How do I do this? It's not up here, is it? No. Main menu. All right. See what kind of aircraft I want to go and do this in. So, Porta Plata is MDPP. Is that what it was? Yep, Porta Plata. All right, our aircraft, that would be good. I want something small and slow. Something small and slow. Yeah, Piper would be fine. Wouldn't mind something with a bit of an open cockpit. We could do a Cessna 152. Excuse me. Zlin Aviation, nah. Let's see. Something simple. 130. That could be fun. You know what? I changed my mind. I know what I want to fly. Where's it at? Where's the Icon? I love that little plane. Every time I see someone flying an Icon, it's a plane I would love to fly, and I think I have it in here. Let's see, where is it at? There it is. Icon! Yeah, that's perfect. What kind of liveries do we have? Traditional. White and red. That's traditional for this plane. Okay, flight conditions, clear skies. Let's go ahead and do like noon. (12 p.m.) Clear skies. All right. Why does that not look like noon? Flight conditions. All right, fine. We'll do like 3 p.m. All right. Let's do that. And I'm not going to bother with like trying to turn the plane on or whatever. We're just going to go flying right off the runway. Make it nice and easy. Icon's a cool little plane though. And it's an amphibian too, so technically I could land it right in the marina, which would be kind of fun. Maybe that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and change our screen mode here. So let's do this one. Okay, ready to fly. It's amazing how much it looks like a car. Okay, we're ready for takeoff. All good, all good. Let me make sure. There we go. Brakes are off. This thing needs nothing to take off. Just like that. Cute little thing. Landing gear up. Trims down. Pull back a little on our throttle. Okay, and we want to go to Porta Plata, which is going to be over this way. Just fly along the waterway here, and then we'll go land in the water. Make sure my landing gear is all, my flaps are all the way up, which they are. Let's strafe this a bit more. Let's fly a little lower. Boy, we're going fast. Put my airspeed a little slower here. Goodness. We're cranking. That's a little better. Trim up. Not necessarily worried about crashing, considering that we'll just land in the water. Kind of like the idea of just being fun and low. Now we're getting a little low. There we go. Give you a little more throttle. Yo. There we go. Let's try and stay slightly above the tree line, if you please. Goodness. Okay, my trim isn't good enough yet. A few more clicks ought to fix that. There we go. All right, so I'm assuming Puerto Plata is going to be somewhere not in here. Obviously, that's all trees, so that's not accurate. That's got to be it. So when you come into port in Puerto Plata, you immediately go into an extreme tourism area that feels a lot like Disney World. So I'm assuming that's what we're looking at here, possibly. I mean, they had a pool, they had all kinds of bars and big dance scene and everything. It was crazy. So that's what I'm kind of hoping to see here. We're going to see how realistic they made this or not. No, not.
X-ray Golf Sierra leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Puerto Plata Tower Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
I don't think that's it. I think we need to go a little further. So let's go along here. Whew, gotta sneeze soon. It would help if there was a cruise ship here. That would definitely tell me if I'm in the right place. Because the port's going to be in this area. Actually, you know what? I forgot that I got my map on down on my lower screen. I am flying right over Puerto Plata right now. So this is Puerto Plata City. And then in a second here, we're going to be over the bay in probably about 2 minutes. That water area up ahead out of the corner of the window there is where we will be going. Yeah, this is it up here. And we'll see what's in here. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that it was a little bit of fun. I had fun. Now we know I can do a little flight simulator and Stardew at the same time. That's kind of fun. I don't mind that too much. All right, so this is supposed to be it. So there should be a big, like, long, big pool and stuff over here. All right, that's the port. And then you would come out the port. Let's see. I remember this area right in front of us here. This nice clean entry area here with all that nice grass right there like that. So this makes sense. And then look at that picture of a ship there. Actually, I know exactly what kind of ship that is, too. Yep. So technically, there it is. Yep, here it is, right here. See all these little buildings and things like this? Not the buildings themselves, but the print, if you will. That is the Puerto Plata area. Now, admittedly, it doesn't look as fancy. So I wonder if, like, this is an older picture before they were... I wonder when they, like, officially opened. That would be my question, is when they officially opened. Let me circle around here again. Then we'll try landing in the water. Yeah, this is it here. So that building would not be there. I mean, yes, it was, but it wasn't. Walk along all this area over here. Okay, that white thing right there, I know exactly what that is. There's the pool. All right, cool, gotcha. Shall we? I might be coming in a little fast. Oh! I'm not stalling, you're stalling. There we go. Nice. Touchdown. See, I know how to land. There we go. Very cool. Very nice, very nice. Very cool. Well, guys, I appreciate you very much. Thanks for hanging out with me on today's live stream. Like I said, tomorrow I got a big meeting, and I also have a lot of work I need to get to, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to live stream tomorrow. I am going to try to do our Bible study, but yeah, I make no promises. I try to live stream every day, but I sense that I'm going to be getting a little busy, and I'm going to... it might be a little more challenging to stay on top of it. So just keep an eye out, and whenever I can, you will see me. And if I get the chance tomorrow, if I feel like I can... Like I said, these days, the evenings are more when I would be looking to do it at this point. But I have some very big projects that are going to be taking my time during the day. I have some logo design and video editing that needs to be done for some clients. I just sent out a very large estimate for a big 3-day project that's 3 grueling days of work coming up in March, among other things. So there's a lot coming down the pipeline, and would appreciate your prayers and your support. And I will be on as often as humanly possible. Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Look at that. Yeah. Oh. You know, just dolphin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is not the way to fly an icon, but it's happening. Totally. Let's drift around, and let's crash this thing. Can I crash it? Whee! It's like a jet ski. I'm waiting for something bad to happen. Nothing bad's happening. I'm going to slow down a little. I'm having fun. Okay. I didn't crash. I was just fine. That's stupid. I was doing just fine. I was. You saw I was. That was not a crash. Not even close. You just didn't like how I was treating an icon. All right, guys. God bless y'all. I'll see you next time. Keep it crispy. First Tim 412. Love y'all. Big brother signing out.